Nice into the massive roar of the crowd, sending her forward, putting her right on the speed. Epic finish to the Everest. What a daring ride. Bella Nipotina wins the Everest. A thriller there at the end.
With Tim Gilbert and Julie Snook, this is Racing Dreams, the Everest.
Oh, it is a postcard, beautiful blue day in Sydney town for Epsom Day, the 160th running of Epsom Day. Great to have your company on Racing Dreams. A few of those are going to come true today. Jules, how are you?
Absolutely. Maybe some of our racing dreams will come true today. Not that we have any ownership of any today.
No.
But, you know, we're heading out there. Beautiful day here in Sydney, as Timmy said. Glorious spring conditions for an incredible day of racing here in Sydney. And, of course, an incredible show. Let's take a look. The undefeated mare storming in as clear favourite in the 160th running of the Epsom. We speak to the proud owners and slightly nervous owners of Autumn Glow.
Trainer John O'Shea knows what it takes to win an Epsom. We look back on the last horse to do it, odds on, Racing to Win.
And could there be a touch of charm in this year's Everest? We are 2 weeks out and there has been plenty of movement. Still lots to talk about when it comes to this year's.
Now, of course, the Epsom headlines a stellar day of racing at Royal Randwick, including the first 2-year-old races of the season, the Breeders' Plate, the Jim Crack Stakes. I was out there the other day for the 2-year-old trials, as was James Harron, and he joins us now. I know that he's on his way to the races, so very good of you to pull up and have a chat with us. Incognito, Breeders' Plate, you really like him.
Yes, good morning, guys. Very exciting morning, and of course, taking the wraps off these babies for the first time. Incognito is going to be our runner in the Breeders' Plate this year. He's by Stay Inside, who, of course, himself won a golden slipper. So, look, there's a lot of excitement amongst the camp. He trialled up quite nicely. Got a little bit tired late, as you can see. He looked like he was going to go past and just tired a little bit, but by all accounts has improved nicely through the week, and can't wait for a few hours.
Well, you had another 2-year-old at the trials in Knightsbridge. Now, this was so fascinating to watch because she was a little bit fractious in the mounting yard, not very happy, but I tell you what, finished strong there. Yeah.
He's actually quite a relaxed horse, Julie. I don't know. I think he just got caught off guard a little bit when the jockey was about to swing up and sort of overreacted slightly. But he's got a really good temperament. Very pleased with how he finished off this trial under some good riding. But actually finished off the last 600 in the fastest time in the morning. So showed really good dash. He's going to take his place in Melbourne. We split the 2-year-olds up this morning. And he'll be running down the Flemington Straight in the Marbellon Plate over 5 furlongs. So, again, he's very forward, really nice physical type of horse who's thriving and putting his hand up for these early races.
We're going to talk about your pick for the Everest in just a tick, but is everyone else running for second at the moment, James?
Yeah, it's certainly an incredible year for the Everest, Tim. Everyone's extremely excited. It's going to be an amazing race. I think it's the best field assembled and one of the best sprint races you'll see. The depth is just incredible. We've obviously got Kying Rising, who you're referencing, in at $1.60 and probably goes off shorter if he trials well next week. So very exciting field. Great to have the international participation. And just from a pure racing fan point of view, it doesn't get much better.
That's the thing, and we've heard that mentioned a few times now already in the lead up to this year's race, that just pure racing fans are so looking forward to seeing Kying Rising come out here. He steps out on Tuesday for that trial, as you said, and to just see how much interest he's drawing. It's fascinating.
Yeah, well, Julie, for your viewers, Timeform's one of the great companies who go through and assess levels of ability, and they put a rating and a score on that based on how they rank. And of course, he's rated world's greatest sprinter, but he's also got a rating of 135, which puts him in very, very rarefied air in terms of a racehorse's ability. So if he brings that 135 and performs at that level here in Australia, we're probably all going to be looking at his backside. But he's got to travel, he's got to settle in, he's got to, adapt to a different track and different pressure. We've got the best sprinters in the world here in Australia, so they'll not be giving it to him easily.
You know how to celebrate a Everest win. I've done it with you a couple of times where I've been the ultimate hanger-on. But Red Zell, Giga Kick, Angel Capital this year, under the radar?
Yeah, look, I was really excited to get him, as were all our partners. We just sort of, I think our timing, as they say in life, timing's everything. I think we were quite lucky just to be Johnny on the spot. He ran just a pretty amazing race, obviously first up round the valley and then second up. Was very, very unlucky in the Rupert Clark. So he's just looks like a horse that's really gonna hit his straps. Third up this preparation, 1400 back to 12. What's nice about his running style is he won't be right up on pace, as there looks to be quite a lot of speed in the race. So if they overdo it a little in front, watch for him to be finishing off really hard.
2 weeks out, James, we still don't have a full Everest field. 4 slots to make their move. You know what it's like to have to make that decision a little later on. What do you think of this field so far, and who do you think they'll be sort of looking to in the next couple of weeks?
Yeah, it's interesting. Look, just to go back, I do think it's looking like the best field, really on paper, we've ever had. It's very, very deep. Just to run the top 3 is going to be a challenge. I think there's still, I think Godolphin are holding a few of the ace cards with a few of their runners. Obviously, Beowalk, who won very well in the Golden Rose, Tempted, who looks quite a special commodity. They're both 3-year-olds, carry low weights. We've had a lot of success with Giga Kick with that low weight. I think if they enter the race, it's going to be great additions. And of course, Charmstone, who you just showed, was very dominant first up. So there's still some serious contenders for people to choose from. I'm personally glad we've got ours locked away, and I'm not negotiating over those final couple of horses.
Yeah, no more chess pieces to play for you, but you know how to win it, so cannot wait. But it's an extraordinary race day today. We'll see you out there at Royal Randwick. Thanks for coming on the program, James.
Thanks very much. Look forward to seeing you later on.
Thanks, James. Well, it's time to check in with racing analyst Nick Burney to see who he's looking at for today's tips.
Get your pen out.
Hello, Tim and Julie. What a cracking day here it is in Sydney. For the long weekend, there's plenty of sport and racing all on offer for Saturday and Sunday. Hopefully my mighty Broncos can win on Sunday afternoon. But we go back to Randwick, of course, for Epsom Day. The 3 Group 1s, including the Flight Stakes and the Metropolitan, just on Autumn Glow in the Epsom. I think she's going to be hard to beat. I think they just push forward from that wide draw. She can find a spot and put them away with a bit of style. But my best bet, let's start the day with that. We're going to go to race 4 for a mare that's just gone to a completely new level this preparation, all the way down the bottom, number 19. And let's take a look at her last start, where she showed some great gate speed this day and was able to take a position. But the thing I really liked about it is that she was adaptable. She completely switched off, and once she got clear finally in the straight, as you can see, she's just held up. She savaged the line. She actually recorded the meeting's fastest final 200-metre split. So she's just a Matthew Smith trained runner. She's got that improving action, but she's in the zone. So that 4-year-old mare, the 1,600 metres she's stepping up to, I think that's only going to be ideal, and she's got no weight on her back. So as I've said in the past, that just enhances her key attributes, which is definitely her acceleration, that turn of foot, and of course the closing speed that she does have. So she is my best bet on the program. Race 4, number 19, Idle Flyer. I want to go to one of the Group 1s, which would be my next best on the day, which is the Metropolitan. Now, Chris Waller, he's won this race 6 times over the 2,400 metres, and he's got another improving staying type in Soul of Spain. So this is him last start winning the Newcastle Cup. So you could say, yes, he had every possible chance sitting in behind this speed. But the thing I really like about it, he's just a winner. He's won 3 this preparation, and since arriving into the Waller stable, his second preparation under Chris Waller's guidance, he's improved every single start. So when you really break that down from a ratings perspective, he actually actually comes in on a great last start figure, and I think he can take that next step again up to Group 1 level. So he's got that late sectional speed as well, which you really want to see in a staying type, being fourth up, getting out to the 2,400 metres. And even on that overseas form, he's won over 3,300 metres. So I think they're going to be nice and positive, find a good position in the run, and down on 50.5 kilos. He's very, very well weighted to win this race. I'm happy to be with him, and with a bit of confidence around that quote as well. So he is my next best on the program in race 9, number 9, Soul of Spain. I'm going to flick over to the value now. I know Apocalyptic's going to be hard in the flight stakes, but I think Queen of Clubs at an each-way quote is a really good bet to have here. So in race 6, Queen of Clubs, as I said, on that each-way quote. This is the replay, though. As you can see, Apocalyptic wins this so dominantly, deserves to be a short price favourite. But Queen of Clubs, that's the horse back on the inside there, not having a lot of luck. So first up, though, was on a heavy surface. It was completely unsuited that day, just never handled that ground, but still performed quite well. But here, as you can see, just blocked, never got a good crack at them. But once she got finally out, she surged to the line. The thing I liked is she actually ran the race's fastest final 200-metre split. So that just told me that she can improve sharply, and she represents value here. I really do like her just at that quote. I thought she should be much closer to the favourite from a pricing perspective. I think she's going to relish that Randwick mile. So really like her in another one of the Group 1s today on Epsom Day. But I'm going to go now to the out wide, which will be at Kembla Grange. Now, forgive me on my French here. I was no good at it at school, but I'll do my best. Felice Chaus. So it's going to be the horse now that we pick up. Coming down the outside here, that was even terrible on trying to do an accent there. Coming down the outside here, for Richard Litz, he joined the stable here. It was a good first up run there at Gosford in a very proven form reference. But what I really liked here is how he just got to the outside and just his action, how he wanted to hold that action through the line. So yes, he was well ridden, but everything on the clock had merit. So his late visual strength was backed up. The overall time was there, but he's a horse that's got a platform now. So solid first up, improved second up. Now everything points to me that third up, he could go to a complete new peak here. So he's got that platform, and I really like the big Kembla track for him. So he's one of those out wide tips that I'm going to follow him with a little bit of confidence. So that's race 7, number 9, Felice Chaus. So moving on to the summary on the whole program, of course with Randwick, and then the out wide there at Kembla. My best bet as we pull up the graphic will be race 4, number 19, Idle Flyer. My next best will be race 9, number 9, Soul of Spain. I thought the value was race 6, number 5, Queen of Clubs in one of the Group 1s as well. And the out wide, as we spoke about, the provincial one, race 7, number 9, Felice Chaus. They're my best bets for Saturday at the Randwick and Kembla. Hope everyone has a great day. Plenty of luck on the punt, and good luck to Brisbane Broncos there tomorrow night.
Yeah, well, Adam Reynolds, I love the Adam Reynolds story.
I am with the
was
Broncos.
such a head scratcher when South let him go, and here he is.
I'm with the Broncos.
Could he lead them to Premiership glory tomorrow night? Now, despite drawing the widest gate for the Epsom, the Autumn Glow, I think, is about $1.95 last time I checked.
Timmy, we have to go all the way back to 2006. I won't tell you how old I was in 2006 to find the last odds.
I wasn't much younger than I am now.
Of the Epsom, and his name said it all.
So, John, we go back 20 years, 2006, and racing to win, the last odds-on favourite to win the Epsom.
Yeah, no, it was a great win. He beat a champion to do it.
Racing in the Epsom, Racing to Win is running fourth. He's racing one off the rail at the moment. Now on the outside, Racing to Win lays back the ears and stretches the neck and goes after him. And Racing to Win puts the head in front. And Racing to Win goes on to beat Desert War, Gallant in defeat. Given a perfect ride by Glenn Boss. But a gallant run from Desert War in second spot, trying to win the race for 3 years in succession, but he's run into a crackerjack racehorse in Racing to Win.
You know, he won 2 Group 1s in the space of 7 days, so he was all but a champion himself. So, but a fantastic Randwick miler. He won 5 Group 1s here, and it was reflective of his SP on that day.
What about the Epsom?
Well, it's a great race. We were sort of hoping to have a runner in it ourselves, but our linebacker just ended up with a little problem, so he's going to miss it. But I think that it's a really good race this year. It's a really interesting version, and I know the mare's a very good mare.
And here she comes. Autumn Glow went on past Gangster Granny, and Autumn Glow remains unbeaten, 5 out of 5.
You know, she's short in the mug, she's got plenty of weight, so there's an opportunity there for someone to get it on Saturday.
What about linebacker? Golden Eagle?
Well, you know, he's sort of just had a little sprain of an ankle, but seems to be going along well. He'll go to the Silver Eagle and then hopefully into the Eagle, and he'll have a pretty light spring, to be fair. So if he can get the job done in either one of those races, it'll be a good result.
You have plenty of chances at Royal Randwick. What about Get a Fix?
Yeah, Get a Fix is first up on Saturday. He's got a great record at the 1,200 metres at Randwick. He's flying. We're really happy with him. He just needs to draw a nice gate.
Now, what about Azarax in the Dulcified?
Well, he's a progressive 3-year-old. He's unbeaten, and put in a piece of work this morning that says he's going to be right in that race up to his ears. So he's making a good step forward, and I think he's finally getting to his right trip.
Artistic Venture would have to be right in it in the Flight Stakes.
Yeah, no, well, obviously Michael's filly's very good, but she was sort of come off her back to run a race last week and ran home well for second. So just got to find a couple of lengths to catch Michael's filly, but we're very happy with the way she's going. She's coming to a nice peak.
Plenty of discussion about the Everest, huge anticipation, a lot of it built by the fact that Ka-Ying Rising is coming out from Hong Kong, the superstar. What do you make of the whole idea of quarantining horses and travelling them?
You know, having taken a horse to Hong Kong, it's only an 8-hour flight, and you know it's like taking a horse to Brisbane. But the horses, when they come to Sydney, have got a really good facility in Canterbury, and as you've seen, there's a lot of horses that have come out of Canterbury for quarantine and won. So I don't think there'll be any problems there. The horse, you know, undoubtedly what you've seen previously with those champion horses out of Hong Kong, they can go internationally and be very competitive. And this horse is rated the best horse in the world. So, you know, if he brings his A game, goodness me, he's going to be hard to beat.
And William Haggis is back, the mighty William Haggis. It's just great having him and his name around our racing.
Well, William, you know, is evidence that how well they do out of that quarantine centre, and he's got some lovely horses here, one of which will be coming to us after, and we'll keep a close eye on him and see what we can learn off him while he's here. It's very interesting that he doesn't go to Victoria. I think it's got to do with the wonderful quarantine facility we have here and how we go about doing things, and he's been a regular attendee at our carnivals and been very successful.
Huge weekend of sport, of course, the Rugby League Grand Final tomorrow.
That's a great story. It's going to be a great Grand Final. I think, you know, Melbourne are entitled to be favourites, and the way Cameron's been playing in those big games, you understand that he could well be the difference. But we'll be cheering Brisbane, and no one will be happy to see him win than us.
Yeah, Cameron is a Queenslander as well.
He's a Queensland captain, more importantly, but you know he's a big game player and could well be the difference. But we're really looking forward to the game on Sunday, and like I say, we'll be cheering loud for Brisbane.
Welcome back to Racing Dreams. Well, Epsom Day is one of the great days on the racing calendar, featuring 3 Group 1 races, and this year it is headlined by the 160th running of the Epsom, Timmy.
Unbeaten mare Autumn Glow is a dominant favourite in today's race, and of course Arrowfield's John Messara is a little nervous this morning as we welcome him in. JM, huge day.
Tim and Julie, it is a huge day, and I'm looking forward to it.
How are you feeling, JM? Because what a journey this mare's taken you on so far, and today we step into that Group 1 territory.
Well, we haven't tasted defeat with her yet, and who knows, hopefully she'll come through today, but it is a handicap, and the handicapper's job is to even out the field. So he's made it a bit more difficult for her today. I think it's going to be an interesting race.
Yeah, the handicapper hasn't missed her. It's going over the Randwick Mile and drawn 14. I know there's only 13 horses in this field, so it'll come out of 13. What about the draw?
Well, the draw is an issue, although looking back over the last 20 years, at least half the time, the winners have come from 10 to 20, draws of 10 to 20. So I think over the Randwick Mile, it doesn't matter so much. There's a long straight stretch after they jump, and you get your chance to sneak into a position. I don't think the 13 is such an issue, frankly. I think the weight's a bit more of an issue, and of course it's the first time over a mile. And although her father, Autumn's son, was able to get a mile and more, she comes from a very fast family where in the first 3 dams I don't think there's a winner over 1400. So it's an enigma as to whether she'll get a very strong mile or not today, but we'll learn that by the end of the day. That's horse racing.
Well, listening to Kerrin McEvoy speak about her during the week, he has just been so taken by her acceleration and her power, and he just has such a high opinion of her.
Well, she's a very big, strong mare. She's got a fantastic demeanour, both physical and mental. She just lops around the saddling enclosure as if, you know, she's in her pyjamas ready to go to bed. And, you know, there could be a huge crowd there. Nothing worries her. And during the race, she settles well and she goes when asked to go and she comes back when asked to come back. She's a very compliant mare. She's wonderful. She's got a wonderful temperament, and that's a big factor.
Yeah, and he's not on her today, but I do remember James McDonald jumping off very early on and saying, I think that this horse will get better when things get tougher. She gives me the impression that she's someone that will fight it hard. That's what he said very early on.
Yeah, well, the 2 jockeys that have been on her, Kerrin and James, have been effusive with their compliments. They get off and they say, oh, we don't know how good this is, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And she's never been absolutely pushed to the limit. So we don't know what's there until she does get pushed to the limit. This might be the day today.
What do you make of the rest of the field?
Oh, it's a good, strong field, and it's been evened out by horses with less weight. We've got Group 1 winning, we've got a Group 1 winning male with 51. You know, Il Castello, I like him a lot as a horse. We're giving him 3.5 kilos in as a Group 1 winner, and he's a male. So it's been evened out by the handicap. So don't worry, it won't be easy to win.
She's taken most of the money, though. Everyone still absolutely loves her. And I'm sure she will start odds on. I think she's around that $1.95 at the moment. Now, the Arrowfield Breeders' Plate. I love these 2 races, the Breeders' Plate and the Jim Crack, to get a bit of a view of these 2-year-olds.
Yes, it's an opportunity. You know, funnily enough, although it's very early in the season, the winner of the Breeders' Plate goes on usually and does pretty well later on in the autumn. But I don't take a lot of attention. I don't give a lot of attention to those very early races because it's a very small sample of the 2-year-old population. But they're interesting races. It's the first time we're seeing these horses, and it's a little bit of a guide. As I say, funnily enough, the Breeders' Plate winner has usually gone on and done greater things, so you can't ignore it.
Just before we let you go, JM Mahuna took out the Heritage Stakes in her first 3-year-old start. Snitzel's posthumous record this season already stands at 5 group enlisted wins with over $3 million in Australian prize money. He's just incredible. Julie, how we miss him. We never took him for granted. We always knew what an asset he was to the stud, and a good part of the stud was built on his back effectively because he's been such a servant of the place, and he stood at a heightened service fee, and he was always popular, and he never let us down year after year. And even now, as you say, posthumously, he's got a lot of good horses to come because in his last couple of years at stud, he served some of the best mares in the country. There's going to be more highlights for Snitzel, but we can never replace him, I'd say.
Absolutely, and well said, JM. And look, let's not bury the headline. The Inglis Easter Sale next year is a horse going under the hammer by Snitzel out of Winks. So, wow, that will get some headlines all around the world, won't it?
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. I know there's going to be plenty more of that to come. So Snitzel's name will remain current for a year or 2 to come, and thereafter through his sons and daughters and the breeding industry. So, yeah, he's left a real mark on the industry, I must say.
Well, it is a big day.
We're privileged to have been involved with him.
It's a big day ahead for the Messara family. I know the whole family will be out there today. Wishing you and the team all the very best, JM. We'll see you out there soon.
Thanks, Julie. Thanks, Tim.
Cheers, JM. Now, with multiple Group 1 wins, Proven Thoroughbreds are definitely living up to their name. Epsom winner Private Eye continues to salute as an 8-year-old.
He still got it, and Timmy caught up with a very astute man behind the name, Jamie Walter. There was, of course, a very obvious place to start the Everest, I should say, 2 years ago.
We're on, we're ready. There's the light, building right up and the gates open. They're off and racing. Cylinder box seats third inside the favourite. Think about it. Then came Private Eye on a 3-wide path. Think about it, takes the lead narrowly. Think about it from Cylinder. Private Eye, I wish I win. Think about it in front from I wish I win. Think about it. Think about it, won the Everest. Beat I wish I win. Private Eye third. Think about it. He's done it. Joe Pride for Proven Thoroughbreds and Sam Clipperton. It's Everest glory for Proven Thoroughbreds.
What a thrill. Hard to forget that day. Fantastic. It was actually the last race he ever won. 9 in a row, I think, was the Everest, the crowning glory, but a great day.
His story was a racing dream, bought for only $70,000.
Absolutely. Not many win 9 in a row, but he was such a high energy horse. He sort of gave us everything he had in a sort of 12-month burst. And when it was over, it was over.
Eddie's retired happily now on the farm with Sam Clipperton, which is quite appropriate, having ridden him. The Everest is a remarkable race.
Well, I was a doubting Thomas about the Everest, I've got to say, but all changes when you win it. But no, it's been a fantastic success. I don't think even the original people who thought of the race, they couldn't have dreamed it to be this successful.
Arameo went to the front. Here's Private Eye right down the outside. Arameo, Delasan and Private Eye swamping them. Regan Bayliss punches it out and Private Eye won the Epsom. Private Eye has come right down the outside. They found their lanes and he's got up to win it by a head.
Now, that win in the Epsom for Private Eye was so different. It was a COVID win, so there was no one here.
Yeah, about as many people as there are this morning. Right in the middle of COVID, we weren't here. His first Group 1, great thrill. I remember the living room erupted at home. So, no, great memories of the Epsom and what a horse he's been, as you say. In the 4 subsequent years, bear in mind he's now an 8-year-old, he's earned $12.5 million.
Wow, the things he's done. Twice placed in an Everest, including so many other things.
Placed twice, close up, beaten a length and a half, 6th or something last year. But I think the old fella's finding those sprinters a bit slick these days, so we've stretched him out slightly to distances like 1,400 and a mile, and I think he's more comfortable with that.
You had a great winter.
Terrific winter. Private Eye's half-brother, King's Secret, emerged.
He's got the run now. Is it too late? King's Secret ahead in front of Spywire. King's Secret holding him. King's Secret beats Spywire. King's Secret 100 metres to go. He gets away from Flame of Hestia, Star Deal, Celerity. King's Secret, what a preparation he's had.
Won 3 in town. Nice horse in the making. Whether he's going to get to his brother's level is a moot point. But he's a sprinter on the rise and in flight. Of course, won 3 successive stakes races in different states. Doesn't happen very often.
Who was the last horse to do that?
Funny you should ask me that. It was a horse called Black Caviar.
Black Caviar.
So it's an illustrious company to be listed with.
We see micro ownership and syndication. Proven Thoroughbreds is done slightly differently.
We've been doing it a long time, Tim. And absolutely it's different to micro shares, because when I first started syndicating 20 odd years ago, the standard share was 10 or 20%. These days it's more like 5 and 2.5%, which is absolutely fine. It means more people are involved, but not a mass of people, a manageable number, shall we say. And it enables people to spread their risk and have interests in more than one horse. And it's a hell of a lot of fun.
What an industry, eh? What a beautiful blue sky morning, watching the horses go round.
Right on the money, Tim. On a morning like this, you wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
An absolutely glorious day, one of my favourite places anywhere in the world. Steve McMahon, the boss of the Australian Turf Club. Epsom Day, it's the 160th running of the Epsom.
Yes, it is, and we've been blessed with fantastic Sydney spring weather on this glorious Saturday. 160th running of the Tab Epsom. We've also got the Asahi Super Dry Metropolitan, some great Group 1 racing and other group races as well.
Oh yeah, we've got the 2-year-olds. It's an enormous day of racing, and in the past it was basically when the Sydney spring stopped. Far from that these days. We've got the Everest in just a couple of weeks' time. It will sell out.
Absolutely. Ticket sales are tracking ahead of ever before. It will sell out within the next week. So if you haven't already secured your ticket, go to theraces.com.au to make sure you get that. Otherwise, become a member of the Australian Turf Club, because it's probably going to be the only way you can see the Tab Everest.
And how do people do that?
Simply go straight to theraces.com.au, get to the membership section there, contact our team, and we'll sort you out.
All right, now base camp. I love the whole idea of base camp, a play on Everest. It's being built behind you. Can you tell me more about that?
Yeah, look, Racing New South Wales are doing a fantastic job. It's really elevating, no pun intended, the experience for the Tab Everest. There'll be this 2-storey area there, premium hospitality, the best Sydney's ever seen.
Yeah, with the big screen and everything else. So base camp's going to be extraordinary. What about the foundation, the ATC Foundation? It's been around for a number of years and helping people that need our help.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, we put a focus on helping the people around our racetracks, in the industry and the like, from sick kids. We've got a number of hospitals near our racetracks. Every time a customer comes to our track and purchases an Everest pin or a Golden Eagle pin, all of that profit goes straight to the foundation and helping people in need.
Yeah, that's great. Now, what about Kahying Rising?
But it's Kahying Rising. He does it with the grace and poise of another great sprinter. He's the Usain Bolt of the equine world.
I have to ask everyone about this because it is this Broadway element, this Hollywood element of this story. He's going to start a short price favourite in the Everest.
Yep, and he's apparently the best sprinter in the world. We'll find out at the Tab Everest. It's bringing an international element to the race, and I'm really excited about it.
An exciting week ahead because we're going to have a trial, and Kahying Rising will be right here, and people can come and enjoy a barbecue and watch.
That's right, on the morning around about 9 o'clock on the 7th of October. It's free entry to everyone. We'll have egg and bacon rolls, and you can come and watch the world's best sprinter go through his steps.
How much does it add, this whole international flavour, to what already is an amazing carnival? Because we've got William Haggis back as well.
Yeah, look, from a financial perspective with world pooling and the like, it's a fantastic opportunity for racing in our future, but it's also great for our sponsors, and it's also great just for your everyday punter who wants to come and see the world's best horses right on their home doorstep.
And Golden Eagle will have a lot of international horses. That's back here at Royal Randwick.
That's right, yeah, the Golden Eagle this year for the first time at Royal Randwick, and we'll have base camp ready and roaring to go. We've got the wing stand, we've got our members area, another fantastic day, and the weather's looking top notch.
And we saw a shot there of Sam Clipperton. I actually saw him at track work the other day. He's come back.
Yes.
He's making a comeback to racing. So,
I see he's back in the gym.
Yeah, good luck, Sam. Yeah, well, I might have to join you in the gym at one point.
I wouldn't know where a gym is. Anyway, 2 weeks out
How do
from
you spell it? J-I... Anyway.
2 weeks out from the Everest, and there has been some movement. There is still much more movement to come. To break it all down, Shane O'Cass joins us this morning.
Straight from the gym.
Straight from the gym.
Yeah, a couple of curls. Look, guys, good morning. It is ups, downs everywhere for the Everest this week because we've lost a few horses. We've lost one horse, but I'm sure they'll find a slot and they'll put some more in today. In fact, I think one horse will be added today. It's Charmstone, who won the Manikato last start. She was so impressive.
Who will take Charmstone?
Well, Inglis has lost Skybird, so they need a horse, and I think this horse fits them perfectly.
Okay, we breaking news here. Charmstone to be picked up by Inglis.
Well, I haven't heard anything, and I'm sure Inglis's don't need any tips from me. But look, she's a horse that's just would perform well in a race like that.
They don't need tips, but we love breaking news.
Dual Group 1. And look, I think she'll be there, Timmy, at the end of the day. In fact, I think she'll be there at the end of 2 days. So, we're not short of horses. We've just got these slot holders have to make a decision on who they want.
Yeah, James mentioned Godolphin, and that is the little one in the pack, isn't it? That's still got the wrapping on it because that performance the other day.
It was incredible by Baywalk. I mean, Godolphin are in a position where they've got 3 horses. Godolphin could have 3. They haven't got 3 slots, but they've got 3 horses they could run.
Someone else might take.
Absolutely, that's what The point is that Tetris is running in Melbourne today. He could get picked up. Tempted I think will be the Godolphin pick, and that leaves Baywalk, who broke the course record in the Golden Rose, ran second in a Silver Slipper. So these shareholders, the slot holders, they've got plenty of options. Magic Time's an option. There's a horse called War Machine racing in Melbourne today. He won the Stradbroke. Now, if he gets in, guys, he's trained by the Hayes boys. So the Hayes boys will be taking on Dad with Car Ying Rising in the big race.
Tell you what, how important is today's run for Private Harry?
Well, I don't know. Is there something bigger than D-Day? Because it's career defining for Private Harry. I mean, it's in or out today for him because obviously he was, he was second favourite.
What a surprise they sacked the jockey.
Oh well,
someone's fault.
Totally Ash Morgan's fault. And look, they've replaced him today, unfortunately. But look, the horse has to win because he's taking on 2 horses that are in the Everest already. Briasa, the grey horse running straight past him there, and also Jimmy Star. Now, if Private Harry can't compete or beat those 2 horses, then how's he going to beat Car Ying Rising and Jolly Star and whoever else he happens to line up against? So, look, from some perspective, it would be nice to see the horse bounce back just from a purist point of view because, he's owned by a lot of small shareholders. You'd like to see them get their shot on Everest. But, hey, it's the best horse makes the field, and if he's not the best horse, he doesn't deserve to beat it.
Yeah, jockeys do sack horses as well from time to time. What about the Autumn Glow? Autumn Glow, we had... I keep calling it the Autumn Glow because of the Autumn Sun, but Autumn Glow, unbeaten. We had John Messara on this morning, a lot of money. I expect her to start slightly in the red.
I think she will start odds on, but I have noticed a lot of people talking her up close to the inner circle, the trainers, the jockeys, the owners, and things like that. But nobody's actually come out and declared her today. And of course, John Messara was, taking a cautious approach, given that she does have a lot of weight. Timmy, she does have a lot of weight. I mean, he's less worried about the draw. But look, if you happen to get three wide in an Everest in a Epsom, it's not a happy place to be. But look, they've never beaten her before. They've never looked like beating her before. But this is the first time she's locked horns with a horse like Beowulf. There he is there. He won the Epsom last year and he won the King Charles straight afterwards. So he's a sensational Randwick miler. And at the moment, Autumn Glow is not a Randwick miler and he's a dual Group 1 winner at the trip.
Karen McAvoy rides Autumn Glow. Could be a special day as well if Birdman gets up.
That's right, yeah. Karen's ridden an Epsom winner before, but he's never ridden a Metrop winner. And of course, this is Epsom Metrop Day, as you said. And for any jockey to pull off the double, it's something special. I mean, he has ridden 3 Everest winners before, but this would be
3 Melbourne Cups.
Exactly, a big day for Karen. And look, all the pressure in the world on him on Autumn Glow, no doubt about that. But Birdman's a horse that Chris Waller's got absolutely peaking for this occasion, as he normally does. He's the best grand final trainer in the business, and this is Birdman's first grand final, certainly Sydney grand final, and he's ready to go. But yeah, big day for Kieran, one of the nice guys of the sport. You guys know him well.
So he was on the program the other day, and the other one, when you think about his name, is could Skyhook find its way into the Everest as well?
I was thinking he was one, Timmy. I would have thought Skyhook's done everything right to get there, and as James Harron mentioned before, if you're a 3-year-old, you get in with a pretty big weight pool, and Skyhook's an underrated horse. He was a bit unlucky in the Baywalk race the other day.
Apocalyptic.
Yeah, look, our friend Michael Friedman, he's been untouchable this carnival. He'd be the Dally M winner if they gave him for trainers so far. He's winning everything, Michael Friedman, so the horses are obviously on fire. But it's not just that he's winning, it's the quality of horses that he's with. And all these fillies are basically 2-3-year-olds, or 3-year-olds just turned 4. So, Michael Friedman's got horses that are going to be in these big races for the next 2 and 3 years. He's got a lot of 2-year-olds coming through. I know he's got a champion that you part own that's coming through.
He's already 3.
Yeah, is he?
Not 2 anymore. Militant, look out for him. Yeah.
Now, before we let you go, Shano, let's not forget the babies are running today. The 2-year-olds. You've got a cracking story about
look, I love the 2-year-old racing.
Crack story.
It's nice. Look, there's a fellow out there today called David Springland who's got 12 horses now. He only had 1, but now he's got 12 with his partner because they won Lotto. And what else would you do if you won Lotto than go and buy a dozen horses? But the thing about it is he's bought some really nice horses, and one of them is in the Gym Crack today. He's got one in the Gym Crack, one of the breeders actually. But the one in the Gym Crack is called Yes She. It's got a funny name.
Yes She Did.
Oh Yes She Did, and it's by Yes, who obviously won the Everest. There it is, they're winning. It is pulling away from them at these official 2-year-old trials the other day. There's some quality horses from big stables behind this one, and this one's trained at Hawkesbury, home of the great Kryptonic, and it is an absolutely massive chance to win. And this guy might have hit, quote, the jackpot. Sorry about that, but that was too easy.
Oh, no, but it was
I would have been happy with Lotto the first time.
What would you do if you won Lotto?
Oh, don't even start me. No offence. I don't know if I'd be here, guys.
We would be here. Definitely be here.
Shano, Cass, lovely to see you.
We might be laying back, having a pina colada, but we'd be here. Coming up, we cast our eye over the international invaders, and good on you, Shano, at this year's Everest Carnival, led by the world's best sprinter, Ka Ying Rising. We'll see you soon. It's great to have your company. This is Racing Dreams. Of course, Epsom Day, the 160th running of the Epsom, and we can't wait. There's great racing all over the place, and we're all heading out. Now, the world's top-rated sprinter, alongside a renowned UK stable with a stellar record in Sydney, headline the international contenders here in Sydney for this year's Everest Carnival. They're all coming, Jules.
They're all here. Mark Brassel joins us from Racing New South Wales. Lovely to see you, Brass. It is a credit to racing in this state that we are attracting the calibre of horses, international contenders that we are.
Oh, it's going gangbusters.
Adds excitement, doesn't it? It puts a smile on your face.
It does. I mean, David Hayes is talking about black caviar in the same sentence. I mean, he's still got to prove it. And I tell you what about Tuesday?
He also says that he is the best horse he's trained. And we're talking about a trainer that's had Better Loosen Up, Jeune, some amazing horses.
Yeah. He's still got to prove it, really. I've just got that gut feeling, I want to see it. But 9 a.m. on Tuesday at Randwick, how about that? Everyone will be watching that. Ka Ying Rising. You've got Jolie Star, Fangirl,
Mr. Brightside.
Mr. Brightside, Angel Capital. How good. So we might actually see whether, he's the real deal.
Yeah, look, 13 from 13, isn't it? And rated through the roof. Best quarantine facilities anywhere in the world, Jules, at Canterbury.
Just on your point in relation to Ka Ying Rising, James Harron touched on it a little earlier in the show when it comes to the ratings. David Hayes coming out very bullish and just saying that if there any chance in this Everest of beating this horse, they have to just absolutely step it up like we've never seen before.
Well, I think today will be interesting. Briasa, I think he's.
Do you like Briasa?
I do. He's one of those horses.
Briasa, Mark Brassel.
Hawk stable. He hasn't peaked yet, and.
So you're saying Private Harry gone? Might be out of the Everest if it doesn't.
Well, that's right. I mean, Skybird fell by the wayside. That's just the nature of the beast, isn't it? So we'll see. I've got a big opinion of Briasa. I reckon he's one that can step up. Whether he's up to Ka Ying Rising, we'll see. But if he blows them away today, might change everything.
Well,
I'm hoping.
Last year's Golden Eagle winner, Lake Forest, is back for Mr. Haggis. How's his form been back over there in the UK?
Yeah, fantastic. He's run second in 2 Group 1s, his last 2 starts. So he's on fire. As you'd expect from William Haggis, he just brings them over here, just absolutely spot on. We're seeing last year's Golden Eagle. Lake Forest comes from a mile back. You'll see him in the blue. He'll sprint down the fence virtually. Now, interestingly, the leader, Lazat, the French horse, who runs second in this, it becomes Dodgem cars here right at the finish. But it went to Royal Ascot in July and won a Group 1 over 1200. And the French connections have actually put their hand up and said, well, 2026 Everest for us. So
Really?
slot holders, listen up.
Was that possibly for next year? Yeah, that was a fantastic ride too there. He's got the Midas touch in Sydney. He's done so much wonderful stuff, William Haggis, when he comes here. And he only comes to Sydney, not that it's a competition, but he only comes to here. And I think that is a real nod, because I actually had that great opportunity to interview him up in Newmarket in the United Kingdom. It is a nod to the quarantine at Canterbury.
Okay, well, that's interesting, yeah. But I think he likes beaches too and Sydney. I mean, who doesn't like Sydney?
He also has...
I thought you were going to give me something more than
Sam Hawkins. Sam Hawkins is also here.
Doesn't sound like a horse, does it? Sam Hawkins. Sam Hawkins passes it back to Snook. Sam Hawkins sounds like a footy player.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Sam Hawkins is going to end up in John O'Shea's stable.
He is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He's a real gritty type of horse. That's him in the centre with the red cap. He's won his last 3. He's going for the St Ledger. So he's a real tough, grinding stayer, as you see here. So, but as you said, like William Haggis, he's got something like a 43% strike rate, which is absolutely out of this world.
Bit better than mine in the old days.
Seagulls 11. I've got to keep you two on track today, don't I? See, another UK horse, Seagulls 11, also won Group 3 mile over at Goodwood last month. Golden Eagle?
Yeah, Golden Eagle. It's you'll see him here, the big baldy face and the blue cap. He's another big lump of a horse, strong stayer. He's actually part owned by James Milner, a English Premier League soccer player for Brighton, and also Adam Lana, who is ex-Liverpool and Southampton coach. So they'll be obviously listening in. I think it's a busy time over there for them to get over here, but no, he won.
They watch this program, I know, because I've heard from my sources, so they'll hear this.
Hi, boys. Yeah.
Before we let you go, Everest 2 weeks out. But I tell you what, if you want a ticket, you better be asking some favours. It's almost sold out.
Yeah, theraces.com.au. That's it. As far as I know, it's virtually sold out. So
yeah, it's not far away.
49.
It will definitely be sold out. All the corporate hospitality has, but jump on and have a look, because it is going to be quite the spectacle. It's going to be a wonderful day today, the Epsom. And I know this is a question without notice. On your little lapel, is that of something? Is that a shamrock of or?
It's my wife's cousins came over from Ireland the other day, and I got that. So I thought I'll test it out at Epsom Day today. If it's no good, I can't back a winner. Off it goes and into the bin.
I know your wonderful wife well, Sue, and I can tell she picked the type. Not saying anything about your sartorial elegance, but
I think we're all matching today.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Did Sue pick that type?
Absolutely. Well, it'll be soon at Royal Randwick today.
Well done, Sue Brassel. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thanks, Brass. And of course, thank you to our great sponsors at Racing New South Wales. We will see you again next week.
Enjoy yours.